writing, directing, and all that good stuff. I guess notable roles would include Gluttony and Full Metal Alchemist, and Holy Roman Empire, and Natalia, and Mr. Bobo, and Tien Shinhan and Dragon Ball Z, and all other manner of things. And once again, I also wrote a bio, and I'm looking to go into wrestling soon. Thank you. I have my unitar. Yeah, that's gonna be required.
Hi, I'm Jessica Strauss, and I do voice acting in video games primarily. I used to do quite a bit of anime. I was Blue in Wolfstrain, and that's what I started out. When I was the lead in Appleseed, I did Code Geass and Eureka 7, and I'm Juri in... So there you have it. Anyway, I do mostly video games and animation now, but I'm very grateful to the work that I started in anime, and I wrestle only in games.
Vengeance, Mio Akiyama in K-On! I was just announced as Homura Akemi in Madoka Magica. And video game wise, I did Noelle in all the Blaze Blue games, and thank you. Hey, lucky lady! And Skullgirls, I did the direction and I helped cast a little bit for that, and also did the voice of Cerebella. And stuff. I thumb wrestle. I always lose though.
Yeah. Cool.
From home. I did that, and then I became really serious about wanting to do it. So in high school I was doing like drama classes, and even in middle school, and I went to an anime convention, to Anime Expo, and I went to the Bang Zoom panel, and they let me try out the equipment, and Wendy was there, which is awesome because now I get to work with her, and she chose me to just try out the equipment, and they really liked it, so they asked me to audition. And from auditioning there, I started meeting more and more people, taking more classes, meeting people that way, and submitting relentlessly, and that's how it happened.
Perhaps the spanking.
It wasn't really, it's kind of, not really awkward, never mind. It wasn't funny either.
She had to sign an NDA about it.
Did you have to do any weird like actions to get some noises or something? I don't know. You in the booth.
Sure.
No,
I don't want to hijack this.
no.
Fine. One that comes to mind, I was working on a Marvel Comics project, and it was like Captain America versus the Extremists, and Indian accents and Afghanistan and stuff like that, anything in that sort of ballpark, I'd sometimes stumble with a little bit. And like, I couldn't pronounce the vowel on the U, like, you know, you are not the one or something like that, and it kept coming out as like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. So I got Melanie Manella, who's a fantastic director, but man, is she strict. She was just kind of like yelling, like, look at my mouth, look how I'm pronouncing, you know, like, you know, it was one of those things. One other quick one is a story I'm really fond of, like an awkward but really funny one was at Funimation. I was doing my my first general audition with them, and it was the script Chris Sabat was having me use was from Blue Gender. Some of you guys might remember that one. And even though the part for Yuji Kaito had already gone to Eric Johnson at the time, he was using those sides audition scripts called a side, you know, to see what I could do. So he's like, hey John, go ahead. And that's Sabat. And even though in the series Yuji is just like, why did they wake me up in this nightmare? He's just so whiny. Like the script was just like, die you bastards, you're dead! You're all dead! You know? And Chris like, holy crap, what? That sounds a lot like Tenshinhan, like John Bergmeyer's Tenshinhan. I'm like, really? Jiaotsu, get down from there! Try beam! He's like, holy crap. Mr. Bergmeyer, could you come in here for a second? Hey Chris, what are you doing? Relax, this is pretty funny. John Bergmeyer comes in, he's like, yeah, you want to see me, Chris? Yeah, we will no longer be needing your services. We have found a John Bergmeyer stunt double. John, get down from here! He like plays the thing back, and like a pimp, Bergmeyer is just loser is what funny. And he just walks out the door, pokes his head back in. If you need me, I'll be working on my resume. Might be why he didn't give me the writing gig back in the day. That's mine.
There has been, yes, or G-Force, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, all of the above. For years now, there has been a very expensive big screen version of that you can find trailers for online, and I'm all over it. I went in and I think I recorded about 6 voices for that production. I really hope it sees the light of day. But anyway, there were 3 delegate roles that they were casting for. There was the Australian delegate, the Eastern European delegate, and the Japanese delegate. And I read for all of them, and I thought, you know, I can do spot on Australian and Eastern European. It's going to be one of those. No, of course, they cast me as the Asian delegate. And, I went in to do it, and I did all the other roles, which were a lot of fun. I got to be, you know, bad guys and the good guy's dad and all of that stuff. And then it came time to do the delegate role, and the clients were there, in the back behind the director, and. You know, I lived through the PC 90s. I grew up in Berkeley. It's like you just don't do these kinds of racially insensitive impressions in front of people. And so the director said, "Okay, do it." And I did it, and I just did it straight. He's like, "Oh no, why give me audition?" And I did it again, a little more. And it was still not right, and no, dude, like, give me audition, okay, just do it. And I'm looking, and the clients are back and they're talking to each other. It's like, oh, sure, talking about me, I know that. And finally, and I just would not do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. And then the clients are laughing, and the director comes on and he goes, "Dude, they don't care. Just do it." And I did, and it was fine. But it was awkward. It was.
Yeah, but mine wasn't. I think they might have been published in October, and Usagi was published, well, Beetle #2 was published in November. And at that time, there weren't any black and white comic books. So when I discovered the Turtles and they discovered Usagi, we wrote letters to each other and supported each other. Actually, my first letter to the Turtles, I did a quick little drawing for them, and they published it as a full-page pinup. And I was outraged because if I had known they were going to publish something, I would have done a good drawing. It was at a San Diego Comic Con. I was sitting next to Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman at the Freedom Turtles. And I was sitting next to Peter, and he just turned to me and said, "You want to Usagi forward?" I said, "Oh, sure." Then he said, "Have your people call our people." And I did not have any people. So they gave me some of their people. So we had the same people for a while. And yeah, my relationship with the Turtles went beyond just the TV crossovers. I also did 60 issues of Usagi original Mirage Studios, their studios, and it was a full color series. And we did other projects together, such as we were going to do Space Usagi TV series, and that never happened because of a bunch of stuff. But I'm still very good friends with both of them, especially Peter.
Excuse me.
Females. But for the entire series of Lucky Star, I did. Like every minor female character, I was that female. Because they didn't realize when they cast me that the person who originally played it was a female. They thought it was a male voiceover actor because she has a really low voice. But yet it was not made for a male, it was made for a female. And so every time I went in there, it was fun being able to play a waitress and a bus driver and a tour conductor and all that other stuff. But it was awkward at the same time.
You mean were you like the girl at the booth that when you go to the comic convention, you're like, "Oh, you want to buy that?" You're like, "No, thank you."
I'm sure I probably was.
That sounds familiar. I was reading up on his profile the other day.
Were you hot?
How many people? Like 10?
Yeah.
And they're so hard to read. I had no idea how I was doing, and I went out and they're just looking at me, not saying anything, very stoic. And I said, "Thank you very much." And I don't know what happened. They just started busting up laughing. I don't know what happened. I guess it was good because it got cast. So.
The same thing happened to me. I was actually also in that movie. I was Lee Shalon, and that same thing happened to me. I went in, I read, and they were very stoic, very professional, very Japanese, you know. And then I was like, thanks. I guess I'll see you later. And then no, they didn't even laugh. I walked out, and this guy, the guy, he looks at me and just goes like,
But anytime we recorded that show, that was humiliating, well, in an awesome way. For example, I didn't know what a strawberry shortcake was until I did Shin-Chan. I had to crack open Urban Dictionary, and I'll be darned if I didn't know. Yeah, so there's that. There's also various trombones, etc. I didn't know
and a
that.
Santorum.
The rusty kind. So obviously that was an eye-opening experience in the best way. I would say that, and also anytime you're recording and literally pass out, that's also considered embarrassing. In my book, usually it's a long power-up yell. There have been multiple people during the history of Z, for example, like, that happens a lot.
Blue wigs, cat ears, and white dress, but she changed blue. What?
Troll 2? Troll 2. Yeah. So I saw bits of it on Netflix.
And so, more valid information from the program book than
Yeah, I didn't see either. Wow.
Smaller.
Is that just like